everyone, Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful time welcoming 2019. It is a blank slate for all of our dreams, and my goal is to create a bullet journal setup that will help me and hopefully help you conquer this year. First off, I want to say thank you for being so understanding about the timing of my videos. I know that I'm not the only one who is overwhelmed with obligations and the surprises of life. It really touches my heart when I get messages of love and encouragement from you, and I feel so lucky. This year, I have decided to switch over from a traveler's setup to one journal. I looked everywhere for the perfect one, and I still haven't found one that hits all of my criteria, but I did find this one called Minimalism Art. I was determined to get a white cover journal, and surprisingly, there are not too many out there with off-white pages because bright white pages really hurts my eyes. Does that happen to you at all? I also wanted thick 120 GSM paper, really light dots, and good overall construction. And even though the dots here are a little darker than I would like it, it's not too bad. The paper is thick, but still kind of see-through, which I am not happy about at all. And the one thing to note is that the dots do not line up from page to page, but they vary so slightly that it's okay. I am learning to live with these two dislikes because I already spent the money and started the year in this journal, but I don't recommend it if you're really picky about ghosting. Other than that, it has 2 ribbons, a back pocket, numbered pages, lays flat, and has a dedicated table of contents. It is definitely a beautiful journal, and I love how it looks and feels, which is very important to me. And I found it so perfect that the brand is called Minimalism Art because this is the year that I want to focus on simplicity. When I started journaling, I was convinced that a bullet journal without trackers was not a bullet journal. But after reading the book by the creator of the method himself, I realized that the system was created from bulleted lists, and it organically grew into what we see today. And just knowing that and also listening more to my needs, I started to simplify my setups and customize it for my goals. Something I highly encourage you all to do. Don't think that you need trackers, monthly calendars, movie lists, or anything else you know you won't really use. And maybe all you really need is more time. So take a moment to figure out what you want and what you want your bullet journal to do for you instead of what you need to do for it, and then go from there. I want my journal this year to be my sidekick as I conquer my biggest fears and accomplish goals that I could only imagine. And in order to do that, it needs to be simple and very easy to set up and use. So for the cover page, I kept it really clean with a vertical layout and 2 delicate floral accents to balance out the page. And then I'm going back in with my gold jelly roll to add in a metallic touch, of course. This is very different than what I normally do with my illustrations, but I love it so much. For my weekly lists, I started using a similar system to the original by Writer Carol, using keys to determine the progress and importance of a task versus a basic checkbox. If I need to indicate that a task needs to be moved to the next day, then I'll use this arrow icon, or if it's canceled, then I'll use this X icon. You can use these or be creative and make up ones that work better for you. And then on the next page, flowing right into it, is my focus for the year. In addition to simplifying my life and my decisions, 2019 will be a year focused on failing successfully and on living with intention. Fail on purpose and with the intention to learn, and choose failures that will allow you to grow. Live intentionally versus by reaction. Be purposeful in your actions and be honest with yourself and others about what those intentions may be. You are in control of your future, and you can make your dreams a reality. One of the tricks I'll be using to make my planning a little easier is printing out more stickers on clear matte label paper. I've been doing this for my text last year, and I thought it would be perfect for other things because it blends right into the paper and it doesn't stick out like a sticker at all. I have all of my supplies listed below, including the paper that I use, so definitely check that out if you want to do the same thing. On the next page, I have a super mini illustration of the bunny and the bear exchanging flowers to each other, cheerful and without a worry in the world, reminding me that life is as complicated and as simple as we choose to make it. It's so funny because I normally draw so much bigger than this, but it's so refreshing, and the balance between the positive and negative space helps me to feel calm. Exactly what I need right now, since my studio is a bit of a mess, as you'll see in my studio vlog coming soon. I'm so nervous about those, but I think it'll be a good thing. Next to the mini illustration is my full 2019 calendar, and in order to make this so much easier for me, I drew it on my iPad Pro, fixed it up in Illustrator, and printed it out onto the semi-clear matte sticker paper. It might sound like more work for you, but I can use the same calendar for all of the months this year just by resizing it based on where I want it. So in the end, it is a time saver. And then I resized it a little bit and am using it for my future log, so this also saves me even more time. If you want to do this too, you can download my calendars for free at the link below for 1 week only. And if you missed that, then you can get this at the shop link below for not too much. I won't be selling this setup since everything is customized to my needs, but the January setup will be available next week as a blank, so you can use it for any month, even though it will be almost mid-January. For the future logs, I broke it down into 4 quarters. This is how I'm going to work on my goals, which makes it a bit easier to plan out. Each quarter encompasses 3 months, and then on the left of the spread will be a section for all the purposeful fails I'll be attempting for the quarter to reach my goal. You can use it to set your goals instead, and then use a space directly underneath the months to list your important dates for the specific month. This way you can flip back to these pages even in July and have all of your dates and quarterly goals within a few pages. And then I'll just repeat this setup 3 more times for the next 3 quarters. The biggest pro of splitting up the year like this is the automatic motivation we get when we know something is beginning. So if you didn't reach your goal in the first quarter, try something different in the second quarter, and so on. Instead of having 1 year to figure it all out, you have 4 chances to plan new plans. As another year comes to an end, the bunny and the bear are so excited that they can't help but celebrate and dance. It is a moment meant for celebration no matter if the goals were reached, because the effort alone deserves recognition. Planning way ahead, I've wanted to flip to this page as 2019 comes to an end and have it be a reminder to celebrate no matter what. It is also the place where I want to imagine my future self and manifest those qualities that I desire now. When we believe that we can't, we actually stop ourselves from believing that we can, and then we don't try fully or freely. This is something I want to change. I want to imagine myself at the end of the year, having learned all that I wanted to learn and having accomplished the goals that I've set, so that I can visualize it and become that much closer to believing in it and believing in myself. So by the end of 2019, how do you imagine yourself? Has your diet changed? Can you lift more weights? Have you reached your goals? Are you more patient with yourself and others, more compassionate or more calm? Do you love your body and embrace differences in others versus judging them? This is the place where we'll visualize the person we want to be by the end of this year. Socrates once said, "Be as you wish to seem." And this is my favorite quote to keep in mind for 2019. Overall, this setup is exactly what I needed to start off this year. It is clean, and there's a balance and harmony of space, something that I'm not getting from my physical space around me. So opening this journal becomes a little escape until I can manifest the feeling into my studio. Thank you so much to everyone who signed up to be a part of the Blush community. If you want to be a part of the conversation with me, get behind the scenes glimpses, get answers to your questions, and a brand new monthly inspirational goodie bag sent to you, you have to check out the Blush community page over at Patreon. I just finished redesigning it, and I'm so excited to connect with you there. If you want to stop by and just to see it, that is fine too. You can find all the links you need down in the description. I hope this video inspires you to be true to yourself and your needs, to think more about you and less about what others may think of you or what things should be, and to be a reminder that you have the power to change your life. I am wishing you all a happy new year, and I can't wait to look back this time next year to see how far we've all come. Sending you my love, and I'll see you next time. Bye!